Alrighty, so it looks like I got a package from Amazon. I believe it is a new fingerboard. Let's set this up fast and see how it is. Wow. Looks very nice. Looks like we have some extra bushings, nuts and bolts. Very nice tool, I think. A keychain for some reason. Another tool here. And some trucks. Some instructions. And 2 sheets of grip. Feel very nice. This is what I'm currently using. It's a 7 Deadly Sins deck with kind of generic trucks and wheels. All right, so I'm gonna set this up. I'll be back with you then. Okay, this is the board here, and I'm gonna show you how to put it together. So first things first, you're gonna wanna put the trucks on before you put the grip on. It's just too difficult to try to put the bolts over the grip. It's a lot easier to attach it before. If you need to take the trucks off or adjust, you can usually find the bolts, through the grip if you need to adjust it. But putting them on before will save you a lot of time. I noticed the trucks, along with the extra nuts and bolts that it came with upgraded pivot cups, which is a little cup that your hanger sits in, the base plate. I'm going to end up switching those out after I get it all set up and tested out. When screwing on the trucks, you want to make sure that your bolts are all the way in, as tight as they can go, because if you don't, you're going to end up having a wobbly truck, and it's going to be a pain in the ass getting it tightened over time. So you want to make sure this base plate here is up against the board all the way, and you don't have a gap. You just want to get it right the first time, because if you don't, then you're going to be struggling with it for a long time, especially if you're putting the grip tape over the bolts like I am. I'm going to finish up this other truck, and then I'll be right back. All right, I got both trucks on there, nice and tight as they can go. Now it's time to put on the wheels. It's pretty self-explanatory, pretty simple. With these wheels, there's a logo on the outside. You want to make sure that is facing towards the outside. If you put them the other way, it's going to rub and not work well. So these are the wheels. Make sure logo is facing outward. Then pretty much you just put on the nut on all 4 wheels. Make sure not to tighten them too much. I can already tell one thing is the bearings in these wheels don't seem like they spin as well as the bearings on my other wheels. I'll give you an example in a second here. Well, there we go. Wheels are on, logo's facing towards the outside. Now all it needs is the grip. So the grip is pretty simple. You just put it on, file it, and you're good to go. You can kind of use anything you want as a file. It doesn't have to be rough or anything. Just has to be able to rub against the foam. Okay, so what I'm going to use is this tool here. I'm sure some sort of like nail file or something similar to that would be helpful. I've never had that on hand, so I've always just used whatever's around. I'm not an expert at grip. I'm not an expert at fingerboarding. But here it is. I'll clean it up later. In comparison, here's that. There's that. You can tell that my old deck has a lot more concave and the nose go up higher. The nose and tail are like higher up. This is more flat, which in my opinion, I think is going to work out better. Let's test it out. Okay. In comparison, here's my old one. Here's a new one, never used before. Not bad. It'll take a while getting used to, but I think it's a good purchase.